Okay. So this is our first YouTube episode after being on for over a year and a half now. Yeah, so
it was not supposed to be this long.
I left to go to school and it was a pandemic the next week.
Literally. So I'm like, oh, I'll still do the show without Shelby. Like, she can just sit in. She doesn't have to do any of the research. She can sit in. She can be the Brit to my Ashley. Like, we have all this planned out. Like, crime junkie. We don't crime junkie this song.
And we couldn't do nothing. It stopped so
studio closed.
Much.
Like, I think the week that they kind of like explained how to do stuff from home was the week we took for a break.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was like everything's closed.
Yeah. And they were doing stuff like over the cameras and stuff, and I was like, we didn't get any memo about
like,
that.
Literally, I emailed them, never got an email back. So I'm like, okay, they're closed, but like, I know you still reading your emails from home. Like, can you respond? I never got a response to anything. I'm telling Shelby, like, what do we do? She's like, it's time for a break. I'm like, what can we do? What can we do?
The whole world is on a break right now,
yeah.
So. Although. It would have been nice to still record during the pandemic.
We really could have, like, we didn't come up with the YouTube episode. We came up with the YouTube episode about a year ago, and then it got pushed back. Like, we ordered everything. Like, believe it or not, we've had this table for about a year. We went shopping for everything else. Yeah. Like, the week after.
Everything, yep. Yeah. This was created in, like, what, a week?
Yeah.
Like 2-3 days?
I want to say I did this at the end of August last year. So, like, everything was, like... done. It was just like, okay, a lot happened, everything got pushed back, but you know, we're back now.
Some surprises in life came. We'll get into later on in life. But yeah, so for our first video back, we wanted to do just some Q&As and like just to get to know each other.
It's like the YouTube entry, like you gotta do like a little Q&A video to get into YouTube.
Yeah, it's an initiation.
And it's an initiation. Like you have to.
So we're gonna go back and forth, asking questions and both answering them. Some stuff we picked out. We did the 2,000 questions with them before.
Yeah, because that's what we were doing.
Yeah, the book. So that's where we're getting them from. I can grab it. The book, the 2,000 questions about me. Yeah, we've been doing that.
There. And then I was listening to another podcast, and they did some of these questions, and I text Shelby like, "Hey, you listen to this episode. We're gonna do this, okay?
We have to do this one."
So I think maybe the first like 9 or 10 episodes are from, or 9 or 10 questions are from there, and the rest that we got out of this book. Some, like I said, we picked these questions out. I think this episode was from this podcast was like September, so. Yeah, we picked those out then. So Shelby kind of know about them, kind of don't, because again, it was a year ago. And then the rest we kind of picked off the book.
I don't even remember what I had on yesterday,
to be honest.
So I definitely don't. This is new for me.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to ask the first one?
Okay, so the first question is simple: breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Dinner.
So. I think I like breakfast food more, but not at breakfast time. Like, I miss
would that count then? Like, are we talking about, like, the time we like to eat or, like, the actual food-ish we like to eat? Because I like breakfast food.
Yeah.
When it's not time for breakfast.
When it's not time for breakfast. Because even when we do brunch, we make it a little bit later.
Yeah, it's always, like, 12 to 1. Like, I know that's kind of the times, but, like, I feel better.
We get our breakfast food, but, you know, at a lunchtime.
Yeah. Brunch.
Yeah.
The fact that we're frequent users of brunch, that shows a lot about where we stand with breakfast. All right, if you could be a pro at any sport, what would it be? Oh, you know what? Tennis.
Really?
I would love to play tennis.
I didn't think about tennis. I was thinking like gymnastics, because I was such a tomboy when I was little. My mom was like, she put me in ballet. I think I lasted in ballet for a week. I'm like, I can't do it. And I really thought gymnastics was girly. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. And I really should have did it. I really should have done gymnastics.
I feel like the body type you have now and stuff, like you're all like lean and stuff like that. Like I really feel like you could have did gymnastics very well. Do you know? I don't think we would have been friends if you did gymnastics. And the reason why is because you'd be more active than me, and that's what our relationship was built on. We wasn't doing anything.
Gym class,
just nothing.
Sitting there. For our grade for gym class, because it was participation grade if you changed your clothes. Me and Shelby went to the locker room after everybody else cleared out. We changed our clothes and we sat.
And they try to like baby step us, like, okay, well maybe this
you
week
can
you
start
can walk
here. Like,
no,
walk. We played football.
That's what it was that broke. Like, yeah, that got us into it.
Yep.
And even then, though, like, you was still hesitant. Like, I liked football. Just
that's
so
what
happened.
I said. I did. I was cool with the football thing. That was probably the only thing.
The only thing. When we didn't do dodgeball. I drew the line.
Nope.
I knew the class we were with. So
yeah,
I was like
honestly, I'm not bad at dodgeball. Middle school dodgeball, I was good. High school dodgeball, I didn't care. I didn't want to do it. Like, I was better off sitting on the
stage. They were going for blood. They were in high school. So no, I was perfectly fine sitting out.
Middle school, when I did middle school volleyball, I could catch some balls. Like, I wouldn't get out. I would catch them and get my team back in. Like, that's how I stayed in, because I would catch them all. High school was like, I don't feel like it was early.
And then we had to hit like the back of the basketball board
something
to get
weird.
them out and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't do that with this little flimsy ball.
I couldn't. And then it was early.
Yeah, it was 9:00 in the morning because we had to, it was like what, our third hour, second, third hour?
It was like second and third.
I think it was. So
it's too early.
No, not doing that. Okay. But yeah, I would definitely do. I wanted to do ballet. My mom told me I was too old. She was like, you gotta do that when you're younger. You're like 8. I was like, yeah, old lady status.
I think I was like 4 when I did it.
See, that's what she was referring to.
Like I said, it lasted.
You just playing into her. Like, he's like, no, yeah. You gotta like, that's like something you gotta like get it from like the beginning type of.
Yeah, you gotta get in.
Yeah, so I guess she was kind of right. Okay.
What was your favorite subject in school?
History.
Mine was math. To me, I think history was boring. I remember. Okay. Remember we had African American history?
Yes.
That was taught by a white lady?
Yeah.
But this was 10th grade, so like me and Shelby we knew each other, but we didn't rock with each other like we did then. Me and Shelby became like this, like 11th, 12th grade. Mm-hmm. But I do remember being in that class with this white lady who taught us African American history, and I don't remember learning much because I think it was like.
No, we didn't learn anything.
I think it was like a guilt thing, like she knew she shouldn't have been teaching that class, so it was like, okay, everybody break off into groups, and then you teach each other. Like, and break up into groups, learn your chapter, and then everybody teach each other. So, obviously, we're 10th graders. We didn't take that seriously.
No. And she didn't enforce anything
And she didn't enforce it. So, it was just like, I don't think we learned much.
I don't think so either.
Again, it was 10th grade.
You know what I remember learning in her class, though?
Ago.
Somebody in our class, because I don't want to have to like pay nobody anything, so I'm not going to say no names. But somebody in my class used to be obsessed with that Trinidad James song, that All Gold Everything.
Yeah, who was that? Yes.
He used to be obsessed with
that. Yeah.
He was obsessed with the song. And that's the only thing I learned from that class was that Trinidad James was a new rapper. Only thing I remember from that class.
Yeah.
So
that's not like him.
But no, I liked history a lot because I've always like besides that history teacher, and she was like an elective history teacher.
Yeah, it was like
I really love my history teachers.
I was excited to take that class because I thought we were like really going to learn something new.
Yeah, that's the only reason I asked for it. And then I walked in. I was like, "Hey, what are you doing here?"
Because it was a class with like people I was rocked with at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was excited to be in that class. I was like, I'm here with my friends and blah blah blah, and it was like,
Black Lives Matter and stuff, and
this was like pre
BLM movement, like So really much wasn't going on, but no, I liked all of our teachers though. Like all my history teachers. This is my 9th grade one, my 10th grade one. I don't remember my 11th, 12th grade probably. But I really did like the binder projects we used to do and stuff. Mm-hmm. I got a kick out of it. So history was definitely my favorite subject.
Because after a minute, we're gonna lose our spot.
Oh yeah. So which TV family would you be a part of?
Can we do like animated too?
Yeah, and we can do animations, like anime and all that. Any family.
Honestly, probably the Proud Family.
Oh, that's a good one. It's gonna be so messed up the family. I tell you.
What?
Shameless.
Wait, I told you this was on another podcast, and one of the people said shameless. But it was like the person you wouldn't expect. She's like super hippy dippy. Like,
I don't know. You kind of expect that from me.
Yeah, from Shelby, I can see that.
Because I just feel like that family's so
said it on the other podcast. I'm like, wow.
Really?
Really?
Because they're just so like I don't know. They're like natural born hustlers.
Yeah.
They always have a good time. Like, who wouldn't want to live life on the edge like that in Chicago?
So when we went to Chicago, this was the year before lockdown. I want to say it was then, because we went like 3 years in a row for Christmas, or like the weekend before Christmas. So we were driving past, and somebody was like, "Oh, or we were on the train. Somebody was like, "Oh, that's the Shameless house," and we were talking about it in a restaurant, and the waitress was like, "Don't go there." Like, what you mean? She was like, "If you go, you have to go before everyone in the neighborhood wakes up. Once they wake up, just don't go." Like, oh, okay.
It's that rough over there. Yeah, cool.
All right, it's just like, definitely don't. Because it was December, so it was like 6 o'clock. She was like, so it's pitch black. She's like, don't go. Not right now. Like, we weren't planning to go.
At least they're authentic
talking
with
about
location.
Right. We were just talking about it, but we weren't really going to go for real. We didn't even got time for that. We're just here for a weekend.
I've never been to Chicago when it was like Christmas time.
It's really nice. It's so
Is
nice.
it? I only been in like November and then like
dad,
in June-ish.
His dad likes to go they have like a really cute winter set up at Macy's for Santa Claus. It's
I heard that they do. Isn't that's the place where that huge Starbucks is at, right? Yeah.
So nice.
I went there too. That was the first place I seen, and I was like, this is definitely a tour site.
No, it is. It's so nice. Like
that,
the
and
bar
then
and everything.
The huge, what is it? The huge Macy's where the multiple floors. I've been in there too.
Mm-hmm. That's where they do that little Santa.
The Santa thing.
It's really cute.
We should go. But okay.
We'll be in Disney this year. At that time. Because his family did ask where we going. We're like, we'll be in Florida.
That's true. But then they start the stuff like early though, right? Like it's like all month long type stuff, right? We can probably
I'm sure we can wing it.
We can go early because it's just the Chicago trip.
Yeah,
it's not
we can wing it. We can make a
yeah.
trip.
We can do that. All right. So, would you rather have? Let me see, Leah. I cannot read your handwriting. Like it's not messy. It's just
Skipped.
Oh. Would you rather have? I was about to say shipped.
I did. I was too.
Would you rather have skipped elementary, middle, high school, or college? Well, I skipped college.
I was gonna say I skipped college, so I mean that was easy.
Breeze past that.
I was gonna say the rest is like where I really met my friends. So,
you know what? If I could skip one, I think it might have been middle school.
Yeah, if I absolutely had to skip one, it'd probably be middle school.
Yeah, middle school, I wasn't bullied, but I was picked on a lot. Like, I was able to defend myself easily, but the fact that I had to do it so much in middle school, that's probably the only thing. And plus, I don't hang out with none of those people anyway, so.
I don't know, maybe not. Middle school is kind of lit. Like, if I would choose a middle school reunion over a high school reunion.
We have a high school reunion coming up in 4 years. I know. I had to get my shit together. But I don't know. I would definitely. I think I do. Like I feel like it got to be a year though. Like cause like not all middle school was bad. Like I would keep my 6th grade.
Because I went to the same it was continuous. Like from kindergarten to 8th grade, I went to the same school, so I had all the same friends. Mm-hmm. So that's why it wasn't like a big deal why I would skip, but just to skip it just because. Like not necessarily because it was a bad experience or anything. And just because.
Yep, I would definitely do middle school though. Probably 8th grade. I didn't like 8th grade. Yeah,
we were terrible.
Was it? Yeah, no, 8th grade sucked. It was okay. No, that's what I meant.
Oh.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Right.
That was a time.
Yeah, what a time to be alive.
We should put in a high school picture.
We should. High school picture right there. Okay.
What was your longest flight?
My longest flight? Probably 4 or 5 hours.
So like I never took like a full extended like
a red eye.
Yeah, so like obviously it would be Hawaii, but it was never like a straight.
One.
I can't. I'm too old for that. My knees couldn't take it. Like I'm so serious.
Alia, you're so young.
Especially this past time we went in April. It was right after the car accident, so I really wouldn't have been able to sit that long. Like, plus,
that was understandable.
I was taking, like, obviously I had to take the muscle relaxers before we got on the flight, but it was like from here to Vegas, from Vegas to, where do we go? San Francisco, and San Francisco to Hawaii. I want to say that was the way we took. But it was like, by the time we got to Vegas, we stopped in Vegas to see or visit Destiny or whatever. Yeah. And I was so tired from the muscle relaxer. She was trying to show us around, and I'm like, I can't take this anymore. Like, it's pretty, but I can't. I can't.
I know, I miss Destiny.
Yeah.
I miss fighting with her about you. Because, like, every week I feel like I had to prove my love. And we're like, girl, I know that I'm not her wife. Okay, but no, I don't think now.
Soon, and I'm excited.
Is it?
It's next month.
That is soon. I gotta send hers because she's having a boy, right?
Yeah.
I gotta send hers.
Dog kind of stuff.
I can't. I'm not allowed to buy no more stuff until I get rid of the stuff that I do have. So
just ship it right off.
I already got an order coming in, so we gotta make this quick. And a lot of stuff was like never worn or.
I'm sure.
Yeah, like a lot of stuff.
I contributed to that.
Yeah, so we know how that went. All right, what language do you want to be fluent in? Ooh, I know this one, French. Yeah, I love French. Like, I always want to do my wedding vows in French. But then I was like, I gotta be fluent because I gotta know what he's saying to me. But then I was thinking, like, all right, hack around it. We both say it in French, and then just exchange each other's papers, like over the English version of it and stuff, and then we know what he's saying. But we'll get there. All right, let's see. Yeah, one.
Favorite scent.
Let me see. So this might sound really weird, but like, okay, is it gotta be like a regular scent or
no,
like?
It's just your favorite scent. Like I said, I'm just your favorite scent.
I like lavender and vanilla together.
That's what makes me feel. That's what puts me to sleep.
Yeah, that's like really good.
I got some lavender, some vanilla, and some water, and I just put it in a spray bottle, like the essential oils. It's just in a spray bottle, and I spray my pillow with it.
I should do that.
Knocks me out.
When melatonin don't work.
Yeah, because I be trying not to take melatonin. So melatonin, it knocks me out, but it doesn't cause scary dreams. It's like those random dreams that make absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
That's the kind of dreams it is. So it's not like scary dreams. It's just like random
ones. Yeah.
In your dream, it makes sense, but then you wake up and it's like, that made zero sense. Like, what was that?
What was I doing? I have those dreams all the time.
Yeah, that's what melatonin.
Yeah, I think lavender and vanilla would be like my all-time favorite scent. And you know how that became my favorite scent? My mama bought some Mr. Clean lavender and vanilla one time, and ever since then I was like obsessed with it. So thank you, Mr. Cleaner.
My favorite scent would be. Wow. I don't know.
You have a lot of scents, Alia.
I do. Dang. Like, I don't like the smell of Sunday dinner.
Oh, that's good.
I think, like, walking in my grandma's back door on a Sunday.
That's, like, really
that's what gets me there. That's what
do it for you.
Because they get out of church and she, like, do dinner Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
And so the house just already smells good. And they'll call, like, we on our way home. Alright,
I'm already here.
This is it.
I've been in your driveway since 3 o'clock, lady.
This is the moment I've been waiting on.
No, that actually is a really good one.
Oh, you know another good scent? All she got to do is the cornbread.
Baby scent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
come to your house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, especially those younger days.
Yes. Oh my God, I miss those so much. Okay, you read the next one.
Was that mine?
I think so.
I don't know. What fictional character would be your imaginary friend?
Imaginary friend. I'm already considered crazy. So, if I can... Oh, you know what? Like, they don't have to be like a cartoon character, just fictional. I would be friends with, what's her name? Frankie from Wentworth. The show. I am obsessed with her so much. Like, I love her. I would marry her. But that's the character, not the actor.
No, like, I don't know why this is the first thing that popped in my head. It's Chowder. Like, I don't know why. It's just like, I saw...
Wait, you watched that show for what?
I used to watch that. And, like, my grandma hated it. So, me and my cousin were little. She hated that, and she hated Mr. Rogers. So, in that Boo-Bah show, with the little... They were, like, colorful, furry things.
Oh, I know
like,
what that is. Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah, so those are the shows she absolutely hated. So, me and my cousin, we were little. We were, like, 7, 8. And she'd be like, come on in, cause she'd be cooking dinner or something, like, come in the room, we got a surprise for you. And she, like, her mind is just racing. And if we just have Chowder on the TV. And she'd just walk out.
I don't have time for this today. Don't call me for nothing.
Literally, she'd just turn around and walk away.
First off, kids are so irritated with that.
Like, what was the point in that?
Y'all know she didn't like it. Like, there was no surprise. Okay, let's see. 3 places you want to visit.
Why is my stomach growling like we didn't just eat breakfast? Like, loud.
Like, that was your stomach? Yeah. I thought it was a car outside. I was like, wow, somebody need their motor checked. 3 places I would want to visit. Egypt is one of them, for sure. What's that other place for, like, rich people? You know what I'm talking about. Oh my god, it's on the tip of my tongue. Dubai.
Yeah, Dubai is one.
Dubai. And then another one would be Jamaica, maybe.
Yeah.
Only because I feel like I need to get into the experience there. I feel like if I go to Jamaica one time, I'm going to keep going back consistently.
Yeah. We talked about going there pre-shutdown. We were supposed to go. Yeah. Because it was supposed to be... We went to Chicago for the auto show. No, we were supposed to go before Chicago, actually, but our passports didn't come back in time. We went to Chicago last year for the auto show, and we were supposed to go to Jamaica before, go to Chicago, and then go to Hawaii like a couple weeks later. I didn't know we were supposed to go to Jamaica until it was like, oh, well, the passports, that was the plan, but the passports didn't come in.
So I never brought it up.
Yeah, like, oh, well, thanks.
Well, you know, but it saved you from getting excited.
Yeah.
Because everybody had a bunch of disappointment last year.
So much.
You don't need much more.
The plan was to go later in the year, and it was like, nope.
You thought. Yeah, those would be mine. I really wanted to try to take a trip to Egypt so bad. Like, I am obsessed with, like that.
Like I said, hands down, Dubai and Jamaica. And, like, it was another place I can't think of right now. It's going to come to me in a minute. Bali.
That's the other one I was thinking of, but then I was like, am I thinking of Dubai or Bali? Their water is so, like the beaches and stuff is so pretty.
I think what sold me is when Destiny went and she sent me pictures.
And she, yeah, those are her pictures, because she was like in trees and stuff. That was so cute. I don't take pictures like that. Right. Okay. We are getting through these fast. I wish we worked this efficiently in school.
The ghetto.
We wouldn't have to skip college. Okay.
What's your favorite Saturday morning cartoon, or was your favorite Saturday morning cartoon?
What was my favorite Saturday cartoon? I think I'm just a diehard SpongeBob fan. So, like, I would watch SpongeBob.
I would watch that all the time, but, like, Saturday mornings, you remember The Replacements? That was my Saturday morning cartoon. I love that
show.
The Replacements. And then, so for the longest, I thought Taina. You remember the show Taina?
What was it?
It was like, I don't know.
You
I don't know. I remember the theme song, and for the longest, I thought it was a figment of my imagination. Like, I never thought it was real. It was only, like, a season of it, because it trended on Twitter at one point. Mm-hmm. And it was, like, shut down. It trended on Twitter. I'm like, so I wasn't the only one who watched this show. Like, I remember the theme song. I barely remember what she looked like. I just remember the theme song, and I remember watching it, and in the theme song, she was on a bus or a train. That's what I remember. But then when it trended on Twitter, I'm like, I'm
not alone.
It's not just me.
That's just like that. Remember that Roly Poly show?
That was my show.
Everybody was like, this show didn't exist.
I had that on VHS.
Yeah, I did too.
Watched that. I had like 3 of those.
I don't think I really had like a set Saturday morning. Like I would just, because I was in school all the time, I would watch SpongeBob. I still do to this day.
Yeah, I go to sleep watching.
And I'm pretty sure Jerry Springer doesn't count as a show for kids on Saturday.
That was when you stay home from 6.
That was 6 days. Okay, what's your favorite? Oh no, we did that one. That's why we're marking these off. Have you ever witnessed a crime in progress? Being drop dead gorgeous. The crime is carrying away to being the goat of my family.
Carrying all of this around, carrying this greatness.
Right?
Like, dang.
This greatness. Yes, I have. I've seen somebody break into my dad's car. Right? And so it's a funny story because he went out, he had 2 cars. He went out and left the one car that got broken into. He left that there, and I guess it was unlocked or something. So me and my sister are in his bedroom, and we could see like his car from the window because he had cameras facing it. And somebody, like, she just happened to, like, look, I don't know what got our attention out there. The fact, maybe we heard something and stuff, so we looked out the window and somebody was breaking into the car. And I was just like, dang, they hit his stuff. She was freaking out like, they hit his car! We can call him right now! And I was like, I mean, shit.
What can we do?
You could call him all you want to, but he's not going to get back in time.
No, like, they freaking in, they're not waiting around.
Like, yeah, then she was like, get out his car! And I was like,
you're not about to get me.
I'm like, girl, shut up before you shoot us.
I'm going to sit under the window and hide.
I did, though. I was like, I'm not going back by that window. Just for her to call him, and he was like, it's okay. There's nothing in the car important of value and all that other stuff. I was like, see, I told you not to overreact. Like, I think I underreacted, though, because I was just like, life happens.
Like, what can we do?
What can you do about it? I think I witnessed a lot of crimes take place, actually, though.
I don't know. You know what? I don't know. We were like, this was like 6th, 7th grade, so quite honestly, it was probably nothing. But in our head, this little kid was being kidnapped. Then again, it may have really been happening. So you remember, whatever. You remember Patrice and Patrick?
Yeah.
So we also went to elementary through middle school.
Yeah, together. I remember you said that.
Yeah, so it was, they got a room. This was probably like 6th grade. They got a hotel room for their birthday. So it was like, you know, twins, boys' room, girls' room, but it was like the conjoining rooms or whatever. And so the next morning, it was like, for chaperones, it was like their mom, their godmom, and their older brother or something like that. So the next morning, we went to Coney Island. This was in Southfield. So we went to like Kirby's Coney Island across from all the hotels and everything. Yeah, so we went over there. And it was this little girl like boo-hoo crying like, I want my mommy. Where's my mommy? And the lady like, your mom's not coming back. And we like, is this okay? Is this normal? Meanwhile, we're 3rd grade, you turn, or 6th grade, you turn in what?
Ooh, like
13,
yeah. No, you're like probably 10 or something. Because I don't know, my birthday's late, but I was like 13, 14. Yeah, started high schoolish.
Yeah, your birthday. 6th grade, what was it? Yeah,
maybe 10.
Maybe like 10.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it is like 10-ish or something, because like at 12 you were like in 8th grade-ish.
5th grade, I want to say 5th grade is when I had my 11th birthday party, so we were like 12.
Okay.
12, 13. Their birthday is also
I'm aging myself right now.
Right. I want to say it was like 12, 13, something like that.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe 12. I don't know. Whatever.
Wherever the case was, at least we know the grade. Y'all do the math.
Right. Yeah, you can do the math, whatever. But yeah, it was 6th grade, and this girl was like boo-hoo crying for her mom. She was like 6, and the lady was like, your mom's not coming back. You just have to deal with it. And we were like, Is this safe? Her mom was like, mind your business. Like,
that has nothing to do with them. And I am not taking this little girl home.
We just gonna sit here and eat our food and go.
Cool. You know,
right.
Hopefully your mom does come back.
Like, what should we do? We're like, well, we're kids. We can't do anything.
We're too little. Wow. Yeah, that. I think you probably did win.
Probably.
Alia. Like
probably.
You should have. You should have looked at the news.
I should have.
Would you rather learn fencing or archery?
Archery.
Yeah. I feel like I get Katniss vibes and stuff. He knows we're recording right now. That's the stone. But I would definitely do...
Because you can only do fencing for so much. Archery, you can actually, like, protect.
Yeah,
you can protect from a distance.
I think about
you gotta be up on a person.
I would be a Katniss. Like, she was cold with it, so, yeah.
For fencing, you have to be up on a person.
Yeah.
Archery, you can get
And then archery, like, let's say it's, like, end of the world type of times and stuff, you can pretty much make anything a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Like, you can make, like, a lot of stuff into it. With fencing, like, if I lose that little sword, I'm done for. Like, you get poked and you're out. I mean,
yeah.
It even got a little tip on it so you can't even hurt yourself. So what damage am I doing?
That's not protecting nobody. What do we not take seriously enough? Nothing.
Our entire life. You knew the answer to this question when you picked it.
That's why it was so
We don't take nothing serious.
Nothing is taken seriously with us. Nothing. Because who laughs and does true crime?
Who writes true crime in glitter? That's the real one. Wait, I'm not completely on a level with you. No, I don't take a lot of stuff serious either, though. Because, like, it's been some stuff that I done, like, joked about and was like, you shouldn't have did that.
You should have laughed at that.
You shouldn't have did that. Okay. But yeah, let's see. Oh, next page. Do you sleep with the TV or radio on? Neither. I sleep with a lamp on.
I usually sleep with the TV on, but it's like turned down way low.
Mm-hmm. Just like kind of.
Or
background.
if I like really can't fall asleep, it's this podcast I listen to. It's
called, is that the boring one? That yeah.
It's called Sleep With Me Podcast.
Yeah, and he talk about paper clips and stuff.
I don't know what he be talking about.
Yeah, like
I don't know. I be sleep.
Like, I think I know what you're talking about.
First 5 minutes, and it's crazy because he has a Patreon, and I wouldn't be opposed to paying for the Patreon, but it's like I never get through a full episode.
I don't know what you're
it's like,
talking about.
I can replay the same episode every night, and it wouldn't make a difference to me.
It's something new every time you listen to it.
It wouldn't make a difference to me because I'd be knocked out within the first 5 minutes.
And that's like, really funny.
Like on the Patreon, we have 0 ads, and I'm like, I sleep through the ads. Like the ads are him.
Oh yeah, so
it's like I'm sleeping.
It's not a different change of voice or nothing. Like let's say if he had like a high pitched voice girl that like did the ads.
Yeah, and then that would mess me up. Like
yeah,
you just
wake back up.
And then maybe I'll get the Patreon, but it's like I sleep through it.
It's cool.
It doesn't.
We're fine.
We're fine.
I don't need to do all that.
Your ass.
But thanks for helping me every night.
Right. I don't need it.
What nervous habits do you have?
I tap.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
Especially when I have nails on. Like if I don't have nothing to tap on, I'll tap a nail against another nail. Like
you'll hit the pin or something.
Yeah.
Like I noticed that.
I tap.
I think I pick at my nails a lot when I'm nervous.
That's another reason I get nails. Is
yeah.
My nails alone.
Because lately I've been really, really nervous, and I need to get nails because I'm like really messing with my nails now. And I think, like, that's the only way I can stop myself. Because I'll catch myself trying to do it and getting frustrated. I'm like, all right, forget it. Like, it's nothing to pick. Okay.
What puts a smile on your face?
My family.
I say, yeah, family, my relationship.
Yeah.
My god kids.
Yeah.
Like, it never fails. It never fails.
You have some extreme guy kids. And if they don't put a smile on your face, honestly, nothing will.
What will?
I'm like, I have one of them. And I'm like, hey.
Shelby text me like, you want to see what your kid did today? Alright, let me see. I'd be nervous to say yeah, but...
I'm gonna get this anyway.
You're gonna get
if I gotta see it, you have to see it.
You're gonna get this heat.
So yeah, definitely that. Do you believe in ghosts?
Absolutely.
I do.
Absolutely.
I think that
honestly, I don't know the difference. I don't really know the difference between spirits and ghosts, but either way,
I think they're the same.
Yes.
It's just a nicer way of putting it.
Maybe
you say spirits to not scare kids.
Maybe.
Cause they're, I feel like they're the same thing.
Because they're in my grandma's house, and they were definitely, they made it clear that they were there. Like, they didn't do anything wrong, but you knew they were there.
Mm-hmm. I just think about there's so many.
It wasn't
things.
Scary though.
Yeah, it's just I feel like there's so many people around me have told me stories and stuff their experiences, and people that I really my grandma has told me one, and I'm my grandma is a God-fearing woman.
Yeah,
so
and
would,
my grandma is
you wouldn't think that they wouldn't believe in ghosts that, it's angels and stuff, but she was like, no,
it's ghosts.
I said what I said. that was a full-blown ghost.
It's multiple ones, and they there, they don't bother you, but you definitely know they there. One experience, when I saw it and I was like, all right, maybe it's time to go, but it's you're watching in amazement. It was me and my friend Tiara. It was my childhood best friend and my cousin, and we were at my grandma's house, and we went in the basement. My cousin had a Spider-Man pinball machine. Or is that pinball?
Which one? The ones that can shoot it up
yeah, pinball. Yeah, okay, pinball. Yeah. So he had a Spider-Man pinball machine, and we going down to play with it. This was summertime, I'm sure, because me and my friend walked. She spent the night at my house, and we walked to my grandma's house. Mm-hmm. And so it has to be summertime or whatever. So we get down there, and it's going by itself. Score 5,000 and something.
He going crazy.
Mind you. So we had to be me and her had to be 9, 10, because she's a year older than me, and then my cousin he had to be separate. If we're 9 and 10, he was 7 or 8. Mm-hmm. And this thing, we're kids, so our score is no more than 80.
It's never 5,000.
It's no higher than 80, and it's just going and going. And we were like, do we stand here and watch, or do we leave? So
do we support? You're doing great.
You're doing amazing, sweetie. So we oh, he going. All right,
he's really doing this. I will leave. Great. You probably need some space. But that's in the basement at one of my mom's houses. We would all the containers and how they got the lids on them. Mm-hmm. They were all stacked up, and it's been stacked up like this for a while now. Nobody's been messing with these toys, and we were all downstairs watching TV, and it's pitch black. We're watching Jeepers Creepers, and after a few minutes, the whole pile just knocked over and stuff, and it's messed up now because I ran and left the kids.
You're the oldest.
But in my head, I was I'm down here with my brothers. Yeah, I'm the oldest, but they're men. Get out there and protect us.
They got it.
So yeah, I definitely believe that there are such things as ghosts. I really do. This is next question.
It was hey, flipping through the book. All right, here's a question.
All right, what are you allergic to? Haters. Negativity. DTE. Bills.
That bill coming
for some reason.
that song's if God don't do it, it won't get it. And that bill. Here you go, Lord.
But I think honestly, I think I'm allergic to my body wash now.
Really?
Yeah, it's 1,000 Wishes from Bath and Body Works. Every time I use it, I break out really bad and start scratching and stuff. That's never I use all the other ones.
That's weird.
And I've been using 1,000 Wishes since high school. So all of a sudden I'm just having reactions to it. So
that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's scary.
Mine is just cats.
Cats. Oh yeah, you are allergic to cats.
Because coming to your house used to be hell.
I know.
I just take Benadryl.
I know.
Remember that I took Zyrtec.
I was at least go outside for a second.
I would take Zyrtec, and as soon as I got in the house, I had to take my clothes off because it wouldn't went to Destiny's house, and I put my jacket on her bed, mm-hmm. and then I put it back on to go home, and I my jacket was on my bed. So when I like covered up, I was messed up all night because the jacket was on my bed. Yeah. That's so messed and like up. Before I went over there, she put the cat up and everything. I don't even think the cat was there.
I know. I used to like vacuum like crazy and spray stuff. Yeah,
completely cleaned up and everything. Nothing. Because I put my coat on her bed.
Is it still bad now?
I don't know. Because you got rid of your cat when Kane was born, and I haven't been
had any reactions. Yeah, so I was like, is it still lingering?
And that's almost a year. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Kane almost a year.
Oh, we have like what? It's August. We got like 4 months.
Yeah.
Until homeboy.
Grown.
Yeah. He'll be off to college soon. All right, our last question. I feel like we tackled these pretty quick and fast too. Well, not fast, but like I think we did based on like a nice amount of information on this.
Yeah.
All
right. Do you like your age?
It's funny we answered this question before we recorded.
Yeah. But I really think 24 is just like a really awkward age. Mm-hmm. And then
you're like in the middle.
Yeah, it's like I should be doing more, but should I? Am I okay? I think I'm okay. But should I be doing more?
Yeah, like, is my life where it's supposed to be at? Right
yeah.
Now? Do I know what my purpose is?
And it's like, we're just in that confusing generation, like, borderline millennial, but not. Like, we're in that generation of kids eating Tide Pods. Yeah. But we never ate a Tide Pod.
Never ate
but we're grouped with them.
See, I think that's the only thing I don't like about my age is the fact that I'm grouped with the not so smart people of my age. Because, like, when people meet me, they're like, no, you're very mature for your age. And I'm like, yeah, but then people will classify me as like, oh, she's just a millennial and stuff. And I'm like, but I don't act like them.
Gen Z? Is it Gen Z?
Gen Z.
Gen Z.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, like, so we're in that Tide Pod eating generation, but it's like, we never did that dumb stuff.
Tide Pods.
We didn't do that, but like,
I told you the most I did was swallow cinnamon. And even then, the whole principle of that was, you can't do it. So I technically never swallowed cinnamon.
Right.
So yeah, no, I definitely, it's okay. It is.
Yeah, like it's okay. It's not a bad age to me.
It's not bad.
But it's just like, it's in that confusing point.
I don't like how everybody else view our age. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. The way everybody else views it.
Yeah, because we know what we do at our age, and we know that we're doing good. But then, like, let somebody talk about our age group, and it's just like, this is what you think of all of us?
And it's like, no, that's not.
I'm not in that group. Like, you on your own.
And then, like, especially, like, in the age of social media, it's like, that's where it comes from, like, am I doing enough? But then it's like, yes. Yeah.
It is. Like, I feel like...
You don't have to be doing what they're doing. Like, everybody can't be social media famous. Like, that's honestly not what I want to do.
No, not really.
No,
that's too much work. And then I feel like social media now, like at first we all used to kind of be authentic about ourselves and stuff, but as time goes by, it's some unrealistic stuff going on there, like it's stuff that like people are going broke for, or like it's not what it seems and stuff. Like most of the stuff we do see on there, if we knew these people's backstories, we'd be like, you aren't like that.
You're doing so much.
You aren't like that at all.
Yeah.
So, I think that's the only thing. That's why I don't get on Instagram no more. Instagram too rich for me. I'm on Facebook with the humble folks. I am so happy on Facebook. Like,
it's like literally, I just monitor who I follow.
That's it, yeah.
And if you like, I don't want to say names, but it's like this one particular person I was following because it looked like she was doing so good in her life, but she was scamming. She was straight scamming. And it was like, oh, so you were getting your subscribers money and taking these vacations. So that's why you were taking all of these vacations, because you were telling your subscribers, oh, you can do this too with $1,500. Just send it to me or my sister and I'll take you on a trip too. And she was scamming.
We know someone that was doing that?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, she's Low-key, we might. But we also don't follow a lot of people from our years. Like we might.
We might.
It was that group that was asking people to cash out them gas money or bus money or whatever.
I remember that.
We knew that group.
We did. See, that's the type of stuff I'm saying that it makes us look bad.
I was actually like kind of cool with that group in high school. And then it's like, now y'all just no, I'm not about to cash up you $25 at midnight. Like, what?
That's
why I turned what is it, like, you can tell when you're online on Messenger.
Oh, like your availability.
Yeah, I turned that off because it's 5 o'clock in the morning. You know, I get up at 5 to do yoga or whatever. And he messaged me, like, so after, I try not to get on my phone before yoga, but, like, afterwards, I'll scroll for a little bit or whatever. And he like, what you doing up? Sir.
I know what we're talking about.
No, this is not what we're doing. Let me go ahead. And I was talking to Terrell and Alexis, because you know Alexis be up at god awful early. I don't even have to know that. I just feel like she wakes up at 3 in the morning to go to the gym and stuff. So I was talking to her and Terrell, and I'm like, so how do I turn this off? Because it is too early for him to be messaging me. And Terrell gave me a whole step-by-step tutorial. I'm like, no, this will we not gonna do.
Terrell is low-key like a resource person. Like, he knows a lot. He can help you with a lot.
I'm like, yeah, see, this is not what we're gonna do. It's too early. And I think I like unfriended him and then turned off my little things and couldn't tell when I was online.
No, that's what you kind of have to do. Because they will harass you. But yeah, so that's all of our questions. Do we want to tell them what we're doing next week?
Oh yeah, we can kind of go over our new schedule.
Oh yeah, you know it better than I do.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I got it on my...
When Crime in the Mitten first came out, we wanted our episodes to come out on Wednesday, just hump day, just kind of get everybody through the week. But the studio we were using, if you record on Saturday, which we did, you had to post. They would post on the following day. So we record on Saturday morning. They would have our stuff out. After that, they got a hang of our stuff. They finally got them posted on Sunday.
The next days.
Yeah, so that's how we end up coming out with episodes on Sunday. But that's not what we wanted originally. It's just that recording Saturday morning is what worked for both of our schedules. So now, what works with our schedule is recording Thursday and posting Wednesday like we originally wanted.
Yeah.
But between those episodes, those Wednesday postings, we're going to post on Sundays. Sundays as well. And Sundays episodes are going to either be Discovering Michigan. So you guys can tell us where you want us to go, like close by our area. Mind you, we live in Detroit, so if you want us to go somewhere like Royal Oak, downtown,
let me see.
Novi.
No East Side.
No.
I'm kidding.
When we went to that one restaurant, I text Austin and I was like, hey, this is where I am. He said, y'all on the East Side?
Like, it's news for me that I picked the East Side location. Like, when I was like, where am I at?
He said, can y'all learn to make better decisions? Like, sir, relax.
First off, you know us long enough that we do not make good decisions.
We don't know how. You know we're not good with directions.
Who does that?
Of all. We saw a cute brunch spot and we said,
let's go.
Make reservations. Cool.
But yeah,
so yeah, like, we can go back to that restaurant.
We could. They were actually pretty cool.
Like, yeah, on the inside it was really cute.
It was really pretty. Yeah, you wouldn't recognize that. But that's neither here nor there.
Our Lyft driver's like, this is where you
want us to leave you here?
You sure?
Okay.
Like, I swear this is the place. Like, are you sure? Like, I got there first, and I text Shelby, like, hey, it's hard to find. It doesn't look the same on the outside as it does the inside, but, like, you just gotta search for it. And that's the place on the corner. Little sketch. But we good.
It's okay. I'm in here now.
I'm in here now. And, like, they didn't open our reservation was at 11, and they opened at 11. So it was, like, 10:50 when I got there. And the waitress was like, you're fine. Come inside. Please come inside. I was like, our reservation's at 11. She was like, come in.
Just come in. I'm not leaving you out here. So we can only go to a certain part of the East Side without some people thinking that we're making bad decisions.
So yeah, like if you like feel like it's a place that you want us to venture out to, you can let us know. We do have a list of places that we want to go for like our next few episodes. We know where we want to go. And should we tell them what the first place is?
We could.
Okay, so
I don't see
we wanted to go to our old reliable townhouse, but they're still closed. Pandemic, so we're going to go to the surrounding areas. We're going to show you where we took our pictures for Valentine's Day. We'll probably chill in the water for a little bit.
Show you guys our favorite swing that we normally sit on.
We took pictures as well while waiting to go to townhouse.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, that area.
Like we said, we might go to the Skip, depending on what time we go down there. We can go to the Skip. It's a little alley bar type thing. It's super cute. So yeah, that's where we'll go to the first place. Just venture, like, downtown Campus Martians area. And then
after we do the video, then we do a regular video, right? Like our case video.
Yeah. So, like I said, we'll post Sunday, which is like... So this Sunday will be our setup, which obviously you'll see before this video. And then the following Sunday will be discovering Michigan, and then after that is what?
The cases.
The cases. But what's the other Sunday video?
One. What was the other Sunday video? I actually have it on my phone. Gosh, I cannot remember.
I can't think of it.
For the life of me. Let's see. Alrighty. Oh, we're doing Netflix documentaries.
Oh, Netflix
That's
documentaries.
What it is.
Yep. So you can also send us. It doesn't have to be Michigan based, but like any Netflix documentary that you want us to cover, we can do that as well. Those will be our other Sunday episodes. So our first one is
Don't Mess with Cats.
Don't F with Cats. Yeah. So that'll be our first one. Is Don't F with Cats. And so that's 3 episodes of the show. So we'll do 3 episodes on that, and then we'll go to another show, which can be suggested by you guys. You know, just let us know. You can comment on this video. You can send it to us on our website. Or in the little contact us box on our website, you can send it there as well. And we'll cover whatever true crime show on Netflix you guys want us to cover.
Yep, and it should be fun.
Yeah. So that's basically it for today's episode. Like I said, the book that we use is, I think about 10 of the questions came from 2,000 questions about me. And that's about it for this episode. And we will see you guys. This is a Thursday episode, so we'll see you guys on Sunday.
Okay.